So your good friend Kenya Moore, she made a cameo during the finale.
Not a cameo. That's right. She actually made a speech. A little more than a cameo.
Yeah, she made a speech during the event. Got you. What are your thoughts on the possibility of her making a return for season 12 or in the future?
I've always thought that Kenya was good for the show. I think, to be honest, most of the cast is on the show, but I think are good for the show. I think Kenya's good for the show. I think Nini's good for the show. I think I'm good for the show. It's like a lot of different personalities, and I think for sure Kenya Moore is definitely good for the show.
Do you think fans will look forward to her baby journey since she spoke so much about, wanting a family? Maybe we're able to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Kenya's fans are definitely interested in seeing her get back on the show and watch her journey. She's married now. She has a beautiful daughter now. Brooklyn is adorable. I babysat her recently. She is amazing. I think Kenya's in a different time. I think Kenya's in it's a different time in Kenya's life. And I think it'll be great for all of her fans to see where she's at now because she's in a really, really beautiful place.
Okay. So this was the first full season for Shamari DeVoe and Eva Marcille.
Okay.
How did you feel that they handled their first full seasons on the show as a vet?
Well, your first season is pretty tough. I mean, I don't know how I handled my first season. I just remember it was definitely one of my worst seasons ever for me because basically I was getting married and we were having all these financial problems and we were just like going at it all the time. It was a very stressful first season for me. And somehow, by the grace of God, I got through it. And now I'm sitting here. It's been 9 years.
Right.
So I will say, for me personally, I definitely, although, even threw a little light shade in the beginning, calling me mother, whatever she's calling me, basically giving it up, saying, I've been here, honey. I've been doing this. And it's like a respect thing in, in the community, honey. So I got it, but people kind of took it as shade. I actually think that we actually have a lot in common on the show. To be honest, I think at the end of the day, she's, her spirit is very sweet. I'm loving life. She's a sunflower. We both had a modeling thing. She came up on Top Model. I was top model. When Tyra was creating the show, they put her down. I was running around Paris with Tyra. So, we have a lot of things in common.
And how about Shamari? What did you think of her first season and how she kind of came across the fans?
You know what? I didn't really film a lot with Shamari. And, to be honest, I really, I think she's a nice lady. But, it's up to the fans to decide, how they feel about her.
All right. And Miss Marlo Hampton, she's been a friend of the show for a while. You've been friends with her.
Yeah.
What do you think she brings to the show? And why we keep bringing her back every
Right. I think Marlo definitely brings her fashions to the show. That's what, her whole thing, that's what she loves. And I think it's great, to have somebody that, is really into fashion on the show. I think she definitely was, became the bone collector of the season, definitely stirred the pot. Like, she collected bones, stirred the pot. She collected bones and put them in the pot and stirred the pot. She was doing everything. So she definitely was a little messy this season, but, that's Marlo.
Do you think Marlo deserves a peach?
You know what? I am not the peach giver. I don't give peaches, and I don't take peaches away.
In your personal opinion?
In my personal opinion, I think that anyone that's holding a peach, I think you have to be willing to share your life completely, your personal life and your private life. So if you are holding a peach, then you have to be, willing to give your complete life. And I don't know if Marlo is willing to do that.